And it's been 70 days, and I'm just a mortal man.
That's what partners are for.
This veto meeting is adjourned.
Come for me. Hunt me down. You gotta be really clear and straightforward with me.
That would be splendid.
Because if you were to vote me out of this house, I wouldn't forgive you.
Well, hello and good evening, everybody. On this Thursday, September 15th, 2022, this Week 10 eviction in the Big Brother 24 game. We're streaming live here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch on Super Mader Brothers Podcasting. I'm Dave Mader, joined with my brother Jeff and co-host Jaemeel Robinson to break this episode down for you as we see Alyssa get voted out in a 2-1 split vote.
Connection just dies.
Jaemeel is having some technical difficulties, but he is with us. Jeff?
Yep.
Alyssa gone. We're down to the final four. Oh, and we have a new HOH, by the way. Tellar is the new HOH. I think we need
God's queen.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time this season they've done a live HOH.
I think it is. I think it is the first time of this season. What about Alyssa? Oh, this is just to provoke Sam, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's her best critic.
Yeah. Jaemeel, how are you doing tonight?
High highs and low lows. High highs and low lows.
Okay.
I knew I was gonna lose one of my my draft picks, and you know what? I don't feel bad about my.
This is one of your draft picks. Okay, I hadn't even considered that. I'm sorry. Condolences
That's okay.
on your draft pick.
No, I think that if Alyssa stayed.
Go on.
I think he said he can't believe Alyssa stayed.
No, sorry. I said that if Alyssa stayed, I think we would have had a different outcome at the end of the night, i.e., the HOH competition.
Brittany probably would have won.
Yeah, she would have definitely won.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think Alyssa would have won this competition, right? Like we can safely say that.
I think you could safely say that.
like high probability. Like the chances of Alyssa winning this particular competition. You know, Jaemeel, you've had her as your draft pick. You've been following her maybe a little bit more closely than Jeff and I have on some level. Would you say that this was in her wheelhouse?
No. It was
she has no wheelhouse.
It was not. Only squares and triangles in her house.
Alyssa becomes our 7th juror. And there's still 2 weeks to go, guys, as we're in the final four here.
There's only 4 more episodes.
Well, September 25th, 10 days from now, is when this ends, right? So, okay, not quite 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we have Sunday, Thursday, and then Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're in the end game now.
We're in the end game now.
Are we not?
We are.
Yeah. Guys, the other big thing tonight was this showmance of Monty and Tellar. This was kind of a big deal in the episode. They're starting to feed each other things, guys. We had known it. We found out this on our spoiler feed the other day, but now it's part of the show. Tellar, is going to play possum.
So I'm going to play possum for a little bit and see if he pounces.
Yeah. and a man can only hold out for so long.
Damn it, it's been 70 days, and I'm just a mortal man.
He's just a mortal man.
I am but flesh and blood.
I am but flesh and blood. This woman is rubbing my back with lotion. How could I resist this? This is like, this is going to happen. He invited her to the bed. Alyssa was part of this sleepover, and then all of a sudden it became a relationship between Monty and Tellar. And then Alyssa was kind of squeezed out of this situation. People couple off,
It was the sleepovers. It was costing Brittany her game.
Right. And here we go. We had this on our spoilers the other day, but here it is in for the cash and the TV audience. It's real. Yeah. Jane's in the cash audience. Yeah, because she goes, what's going on with this or that? And I go, I don't know. She's like, I thought you were in the know. I thought you knew things. And I go, I don't really know things. Like Jaemeel knows some things, but I don't really know anything. Like what's going on? Like I know a little bit, but I try not to know things, if anything.
Look, Jane could always message me, and I will gladly give her the 411.
Yeah, like I think. Where was I going with this? Where were we, guys?
Very good question.
Give me back.
Look, for the cash, you were talking about the jailers.
Is that what they're called? The Monty and Taylor are the jailers?
No, that's Monty and Joe. That's Taylor and Joseph are the jailers.
Okay,
what they call it?
Taylor's last name.
Monty.
Okay, I'm sorry. Monty's last name is Taylor already. Okay, so if Taylor and Monty got married, she would be Taylor.
That's
or
awesome.
she would this. I don't know. This would have to be hyphenated. I think. What's her middle name?
She would have hyphenated most likely, or she would keep her name.
Oh, Taylor Hale Taylor.
No, just be Taylor. What are you talking about? You can't be Taylor. That's amazing.
Taylor's amazing. You should.
And then they have a kid. They name that kid Taylor.
Taylor the second.
Taylor.
But it's a boy. It's a boy named Taylor instead.
Taylor.
Like Tony Tone, but now it's like Taylor.
Taylor's all
girl,
the Taylors.
You have a girl. It's Taylor. You have a guy.
Just
Tyler.
like variations on Taylor from there on in.
Yeah,
that'd be all right. Yeah. So, is this a thing? I don't know if this will last outside the Big Brother game. I don't know what the timing of this is interesting. Although I was watching the challenge earlier tonight, and I was reminded of Tyler and Angela way back in like whatever that was, Big Brother 21, right? Or was it 22? But it was, I think it was 21. And like they didn't become a showman till almost near the end, even though they had been in the alliance most of that season together. So it's kind of the same thing.
So let me just tell you. I think this was just like, hey, you're there, I'm there, we're snuggling, and snuggling led to kissing because honestly, they don't like each other personality-wise at all. At all.
Yeah, but a man has needs and a woman has needs, and therefore they are going to couple here. And
that
also
could have been Brittany.
It could have been anybody, really. I think
no, like Monty's like Brittany's married. Alyssa had a thing with Kyle, so I'm kind of just left with Taylor.
To rub his back, like, is like you're cheating on your husband if you rub some lotion on my back.
Put the lotion in the basket. Anyway,
put the lotion on
Jeff,
the skin, or it gets the hose again.
Dave, Jeff, would you think it's cheating if I ask you to rub my back, rub lotion on my back? Would Amanda feel a certain way?
Would Jane get jealous? I don't think Jane would get jealous if I rubbed a lotion on your back, per se. No.
Amanda would feel a certain way, but it wouldn't be
jealousy.
It would be a funny. She would laugh.
Okay.
It would be amusing to her.
It would be amusing. It would be a good. She'd say, "Go ahead, have at
it." Give it the crevices, the crevice. Yeah. Get that crevice.
Get the crevice.
Anyway, is there anything else on Monty and Taylor that was worth commenting on? Because I also want to talk about no. They're a thing, but not for long, probably. Because to your point, they don't really get along in day to day. The other thing too here was Alyssa and Turner was kind of a big story in this episode, where he's always playing the game and she just doesn't really understand the difference between friendship and the game, and that it's kind of like she doesn't see it in those terms, right? She doesn't play like that. Turner does, and so she's campaigning. And she has these moments in the episode where I think she's really good. Or she kind of makes an argument a little bit or a case, but then she also kind of lets it fall apart, and then she takes other parts of it out too far that the other players like Turner are not going to take you seriously, right? And I think ultimately that's why Alyssa gets voted out here tonight, because she didn't like Monty in his goodbye message tonight was like, "Sorry, Alyssa, that's just how the game went, and I couldn't really control things." I'm like, "You voted her out. You had the tie-breaking vote, Monty. What are you talking about?"
There's nothing I could do. It's like literally, there's everything you could have done.
Everything was all in your hands. Everything was in your control in this. Except
that's something else to get like evicted face to face from somebody, and then go out on stage and then watch a video of like, yeah, I think
I wish it didn't have to be you.
Yeah, I wish.
Here's the thing, though. So obviously, Brittany has was trying to save Alyssa. Sorry, but they were so heavy-handed in what they were trying to do. Like, it was like, oh, Alyssa has that conversation with Turner. It's like, oh, even if I don't get a sympathy vote at the very least, it's going to be the end of the world. Practically, I'm consolidating her conversation. But then what we didn't see was Brittany having conversations with Turner. Is like, are you going to vote for her? You should at least give her a sympathy vote. It's like, dude, I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to make me do. There was no way Turner was going to vote for her because they were so heavy-handed throughout the week about like trying to save Alyssa, and Turner wasn't going to screw Monty over.
Right. Yeah, and so it was never going to happen. You're saying, and yeah, wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think where we should go from here. We get a comment from Sam. Oh no, Alyssa, the whole thing.
No, I'm just saying. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So okay. So
you know what? I hope you get a supercut, Sam. You deserve one. An Alyssa supercut.
Well, yeah, like this whole like here thing with Alyssa in the episode, where she's just like going on to Turner.
Because if you were to vote me out of this house, I wouldn't forgive you. I would not. I wouldn't see it as a game move because I would die for you here.
I would die for you.
Do anything for you.
I would do anything for you.
But I won't do that.
It is a little bit meatloaf, She's putting on a performance. Can you raise me up?
Do you think Turner's buying it? Do you think he's
just guilty him? Stuck, Alyssa. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
She has no power because once she's on the block, she's not coming off it, and he knows it's just easier to lie to her but at the same time, I do think he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to play it this way. He's done this a bunch of times where he didn't have to play it this way.
Is he because he's giving up Alyssa's jury vote potentially if he gets?
Yeah, I think he is, man. I think yes.
He doesn't have to play it this way. We saw the clip you sent out today, or who sent it with the dancing. Where
so good.
I don't think this is a spoiler by any means, but like Alyssa started dancing in the kitchen, and then Turner was like, "No, I don't like it, and I don't like any kind of dancing." And she was just getting more and more sad.
They focus the camera on her as he's talking. Yeah. He's like, "I think dancing is like the stupidest thing ever," and you just see her just get sadder. This is like, did I inspire this opinion? Like she was internalizing his specific opinion about dancing. It is amazing. Dave will put it on his social. Do it, Dave. Yeah. You got it.
Well, okay, I'll find it again. Yeah, it would really, really break my heart if you are not you. Oh no. Yeah.
She's auditioning for the Young and the Restless or Bold and the Beautiful cameo that a Big Brother player does.
Speaking of which, they were both dressed. Taylor and Alyssa were both dressed, ready to go to meet Julie tonight. And I guess it was a tie vote, so I guess it could have gone either way.
Because they told them that the competition after was something they could be dressed nicely for. So
anyway,
and I think Taylor always dresses up, though.
Yeah, and Alyssa did too.
Well, they tell them though, like if there's something athletic, they're not gonna wear that.
Well, they give them enough time. I think they would have given her enough time to do a quick change. Put some leggings and a top. I think she's not Monty.
Possibly. She's not. No routine.
He has his routine. He got the cocoa butter on. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I just it was like the actual they went through the ceremony of the vote, and after it was interesting that Brittany forced the tie vote. But we get the exit interview here with Julie and Alyssa.
Did you like this interview?
Not really. I thought it was kind
the
of
only
boring.
thing about it was she was correct about like why she left. Like at least she knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she's a nice enough person and everything, Alyssa, but seemingly, but like she's not really meant for Big Brother. I guess like she was kind of an interesting. She made it further than really she should have. I think is really
she was a face. She was there because she was pretty, and not really a game player, in my opinion. Even though they said she trained and did all this stuff, I'm like, I didn't see any of that on the show.
Jeff, the sad reality is that a good portion of the fan base that says that they would clean house if they were on Big Brother would do exactly what Alyssa did, which is nothing. Right? There's a different type of person that excels in this game, and it doesn't necessarily mean because you're a fan of the show that it's going to equate into a better performance. Right? Michael could have been not a fan and still dominated the way he did because he has those skills, not because he watches Big Brother.
Right. I think that's really, like some people are just sort of built for it, if you will, or have a mind for it.
What did you make of that whole conversation in the episode where they were like, "Oh, Michael, he was so great."
He was,
and Brittany was like crying.
Okay. I have to disagree with Brittany here, right? Everyone knows that what Michael was saying was like a desperate attempt to stay in the game, right? He was just holding on to dear life and throwing everything to the wall, versus hearing secondhand about Joseph betraying, right, the alliance over the course of a week, right? That's what the leftovers heard from the the outside group. So, like, it is totally different than what was happening, right?
I'm very shocked Brittany was voted Taylor out tonight.
She wanted at the very least to force the vote, so Monty had to do it.
Yep, and it looks good. If she's at the end, Alyssa would vote for her over.
I think it's what you should do in this situation. I think just voting with the house when you're down to the final 4 or 5. Like, what's the point?
You're absolutely right, Dave. Turner's explanation was just garbage. I can't go against the house now. It's like, yes, you can.
This is if not now, when?
Yeah, you are the house too. Like, give me a break. Like Brittany's the only one I was kind of rooting for during that HOH. I'm like, oh, maybe that would be fun. A Brittany one, but she didn't.
The HOH tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the HOH. I thought I did actually. I thought it had some production value. I thought it looked good. Just the setup. It was, ultimately it was just they've been boobs having to look at like this video of Julie dancing and doing some different things. Do I dare? Here, I'll give you some.
Yeah, this was the most ridiculous competition I've ever seen in the history of Big Brother. It was honestly unbelievable that they did this. Can you imagine a Survivor competition where, like, all right, it's ropes and he's juggling coconuts and you gotta,
Yeah, I hope I can get away with those like 5 seconds I had on there. But
so I knew Turner wasn't gonna win. Why? Because she was dancing. And his brain just short-circuited.
You see him just give up as the video's going on. He's just like, no, I'm not keeping track of all this.
Well, and the girls are like, paying attention.
Well, here's the thing. Turner supposedly has a photographic memory. but it's based upon he was concentrating on the dresses and the colors, not necessarily what was being done. And once those questions turned out to be different than just what the colors were and the orders of the colors, he knew he was done.
Yeah, he was just like, well, I don't even know. I wasn't keeping track of those particular things.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It like, I don't know. Like the music was kind of interesting, you know.
Brittany was grooving to it if you watch her. And the support, she's just like,
Yeah, she was kind of into it. Like, is Julie? Like, I feel like they filmed this over like many weeks. Like, she was in and out for different outfits, right? This wasn't done like in one day. This shoot.
Yeah, hair change, I believe.
They might have said at the beginning of the season, like, all right, we're going to do this dance.
At this particular competition in week 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're building into this? Yeah, maybe. Like,
Julie Chen's got nothing better to do. Yeah. You know.
She's looking up Bible quotes and trying on clothes.
Yeah, she's like, you want to see my here? I got the moves here with like Zingbot even going on, and things are real.
I couldn't believe it. The whole thing was so silly.
Julie Chen's street cred is gone. She got some street cred when she was rapping California Love, but now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
And if you haven't seen that clip, folks, if you haven't seen that clip, folks, you should watch it. Julie Chen sings California Love or raps California Love.
Yeah,
better than the original Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the ending of it too. It was quite the production. Like, I don't know who directed it, but I would like to know them, who they are. Anyway, so then it goes on. I don't know if we need to go through all the different questions, but it was a close one. It went on for like 7 or 8 rounds. Ultimately, comes down to this question.
Specifically, and the final question.
Yeah. So the final question was in seconds, how long did the cuckoo basically the competition that Brittany just won we watched yesterday in the veto episode go on for, right? The one with the Germans. Where's my announcers when I need the Big Brother announcer? Yeah, here it goes.
Wake up! Wake up!
How long was that competition? And it ended up being like 1,060 seconds or something like that, which would be about 17 minutes, I think. And so ultimately, like, Taylor guessed 480 seconds, which is very low. But Brittany went super high and went 2,700 seconds, which would be, I guess, closer to probably like 40 minutes. So, or at least like high 30s.
She won. She should have known how long it was.
Or she was just so into it. That's how fast her mind was going. It's racing.
She thought it took 40 minutes.
I feel like with these tiebreaker questions, I always feel like I'm always like, is this really what it should come down to? Isn't there something better? Is there a better competition than this? Than who can guess how many seconds a competition went on for?
Or just ask them like a couple more questions and see if you know what I mean. Like,
what if we made it like a trivia about like where are the countries or
it should be on theme where the countries, so Alyssa and Kyle are at a disadvantage. That's not fair.
No, it is fair.
Where is Greece? Oh man,
is Greece a country or a city? I don't know. Who knows these things?
People who went to school.
People who, I don't know, kept their eyes awake in school. I don't know.
People who had a phone.
Yeah. So ultimately, Taylor wins this, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Brittany lost because you could just see she was doing so many calculations and was clearly overthinking this question.
When you look at Brittany and you think about Brittany's game, she's quite the character, but part of her strength is her weakness in that she's like always going hard, and sometimes she needs kind of like in almost a shades of Paloma, got to sort of wire herself out of this game, right? Like overthinking things, trying to think about how you get to that, at least to second place. She keeps thinking about how am I going to at least get to second place without Michael now, right?
So,
especially.
A lot of the commentary from people is that she's doing way too much. but she does like, and that's why people don't try to spend so much time with her, because she'll just go over the same points over and over again, and you can only hear it so many times. Whereas, what would you rather have that and spend more time with that, or with Monty, Turner, and Alyssa chilling in bed doing sleepover, probably having a funner time? Why isn't Brittany there? Even if she sleeps on the couch, she should still like. One of the most important game moves is to be the Biden. Just be there. Just be in the presence, right? Just
Be the
sit-
Biden.
Be the Biden. Just be there.
Is that
Just
an
be
expression
right
that
there.
refers to Joe Biden? Is that
Joe Biden. You're just there. Just be right there, right? And you'll win just by default, just by being nearby, right?
Okay.
You don't like. You just need to be in the room. Just be in the
Okay.
room where the action's at.
Yeah. Be in the room where it happens. That's
Yes.
like Aaron Burr, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we're down to the final four, guys. And we got here they are. We got Monty and Taylor, a new showmance. We got Turner, and we got Brittany. So I don't know. Like, if this, I still don't know who's gonna win. Like, I know, like, I feel like in other seasons, like last season, it felt like, especially after Xavier got out Kyland in particular, I felt like, okay, Xavier has got a great chance of winning this game because it was just Ozza and Big D at that point. I don't feel like that's quite the case here. I feel like that this is more wide open in terms of who could win. There's not as many goats here. I feel like, I feel like they all have their strengths and weaknesses with the jury.
Everyone's won a competition.
Everyone has a resume, right, of some sort.
Yeah, well, they just took out the biggest goat.
They just voted out the biggest goat, who they all could have kept around, but they didn't. Well, Brittany tried. And so Brittany's the next closest thing to being a goat, but she's not really a goat. So
Like,
it's
they want the final three to be, everybody but Brittany, right? Like, is that what we should expect? Is Taylor, Monty, Turner?
Well, you also think
Taylor
like
wants Brittany and Monty.
Wow.
She doesn't want Turner. Why would Turner's not going to take her? If Taylor takes Monty and Brittany, chances are Monty most likely will take her, and Brittany would definitely take her over Turner and Monty.
Why? So why is Turner voting to keep Taylor?
Because he agreed that he didn't need to go on the block if Taylor was on the block instead.
Yeah.
Which is a stupid agreement.
And remember that, Brittany, what do you think about Turner?
Turner has done nothing but cause me pain in this game.
Yeah, nothing but pain in the game for.
So is Turner going to finish fourth? Likely, like, is that what we?
Well, now that Taylor is the HOH, it all comes down to the veto, of course, in the final four here too.
She just won immunity.
She's won an immunity effectively here. She hasn't won any kind of like great power for the final HOH, and she gets the bedroom for more time with snuggling with Monty. So I imagine she's going to leave Monty off the block in here and put up Brittany and Turner, right?
Why would you do that? I would put Monty and Turner on the block.
What is it? Does it matter who you put on the block?
It doesn't matter. That's why I would put him up. Okay.
Put him up anyway. It doesn't matter. Whoever wins the veto will ultimately control things here.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you want Turner to be on the block during eviction night because, as mentioned before, he's never been on the block during eviction time.
Right. Has he won a veto yet, Turner? More of an HOH guy, right?
No, he's won 2 HOHs.
Yeah, but not a veto.
3. Has he won 3?
3 HOHs.
No, I thought he won 2. Was it 3?
3.
Oh, yes,
one's
he did.
One's
in
a
win
double
HOH because double eviction.
Right.
Yeah. Still 3.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's
Still
interesting. kind of like final four here. Jaemeel, I just wanted to kind of update our draft here. As you lose Alyssa. You know, you were
That's
really
okay.
you
I thought
thought
I
you
was
were
gonna lose her a
you
lot
thought you were
sooner.
going to lose Taylor. You thought like they were going to run Taylor out of the house initially, and you were not happy. But you're doing pretty well. Like at your first boot here is day 72. That's pretty good. You know?
Don't worry. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna turn that luck around when it comes to Survivor.
Yeah, you had both your people on the block tonight, Taylor and Alyssa. But Alyssa's gone here. Turner, yeah, you got to get to that drafting there, at least to get the ball rolling, by the way, on Survivor. Jane's got Turner, Jameel's got Taylor, Sean's got Brittany, and I have Monty.
Wow, Final Four.
That's the final four. So nobody has like we're all four of our seven. And interestingly enough, you know, the leftovers, these final four are leftover people, like, right? So it's I think it's interesting that like that's kind of the story of the season. I think Taylor winning this season, I think, is maybe the most interesting story for this season overall. Because she went from being the bully to being like this.
I think anyone winning.
Well, it's all fine. Like nothing. I wouldn't hate it, no matter how it ends. You know, at this point, like I think now that Alyssa's out, I think Alyssa would have been like a disappointing ending if she had won the season in some unlikely scenario.
It would be if Andoria won.
Yeah, that'd be like it was almost like when Josh Martinez won, but that was good because Paul didn't win, right? So it was kind of bittersweet. What else, guys? From this episode tonight and from this final week that we're heading in.
Who do you think wins veto?
Monty wins veto.
And who does he vote out?
He votes out Brittany, doesn't he?
That makes sense.
Why do you think that makes sense for Monty? Why is that the best case scenario for him?
Because both Taylor and Turner will take him to the end.
And he doesn't think Brittany will.
No, she wouldn't.
So he just thinks Brittany. All Brittany wants is Brittany and Taylor at the end, right? Now.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to sit next to Turner at the end. She doesn't want to sit next to Monty at the end. So she has to.
If you had a choice, would you? If you're Brittany,
I guess. I don't think that Taylor is like you're necessarily going to win against Taylor either. So
I don't think she wins against Turner.
I don't think she's got any worse chance against Taylor than Turner.
I think she could beat Turner.
Okay.
Yeah, if anything, I think Turner, his hatred of dancing, that's gonna poison the jury. I think that I don't know how well Turner will do in the final vote. You know, he only bathes every other day, Jaemeel, and we're not sure how that's perceived in the house completely.
Indy finds out is like, what? I love dancing.
I love dancing. Yeah, we have the freaking internet. You know, like educate yourself.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Who do you think wins the veto?
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would love to see Brittany win it.
Brittany's an interesting one to win it, yeah, because it creates more conflict. I kind of want to see Monty and Turner broken up because I don't feel like that's the final two I really want to see.
Yeah, that's boring.
It's boring, right? Like Monty and Turner.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, we're the couple bros, and we went to the end together, and we went from the pound through the leftovers and then back, and then we were split up, and then we came back together. It's too cute.
Turner wins, and he goes, "This is for you, Poochie."
Turner and Pooch. It was supposed to be the Turner and Pooch alliance.
Poochie, I don't judge him.
I don't judge him.
Oh my gosh.
Indy, I love Pooch.
I don't mind like playing with Poochie. Like I don't know if that's his thing, but I would never judge him. It's fun, and you guys really should have
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
It's still.
I always expect there's another word after that. Should have what?
Yeah.
I still think Taylor is a bigger threat than Nicole was, but she's my festy bestie right now. If I tell you that I'm happy about that, I would be lying.
That's a callback.
I love the cadence. It's great.
Remember when they were? She's like, "Well, I was the festy bestie with Taylor. You know, I love gold.
I love gold. Gold's my favorite color. I love horses.
Gold.
Gold horses.
I never trusted her 100%.
You have the freaking internet. Anyway, I'm indulging myself. Okay, guys. I was thinking since Alyssa is going out here tonight, we've got a hell of a lot of Alyssa audio clips for the season. Let's go out here because I don't think we have any spoilers, right?
There's nothing to spoil.
Nothing to spoil. Right? Nothing to spoil. Let's go through every Alyssa clip from this season so far in alphabetical order. Okay.
This is for you, Sam.
And that's just not somebody that I want to have babies with.
Ants all over my face. Bugs, beetles, like spiders, anything you could imagine. Bologna sandwiches.
Because if you were to vote me out of this house, I wouldn't forgive you. I would not. I wouldn't see it as a game move because I would die for you. If you're hard for me, I would do anything for you.
It's fine. Don't tell anyone.
No,
I'm not.
One of the Girls Alliance. I can't say it's normal for an adult man to be very, very proud to clean his room. However, Turner is one of a kind. I don't know why Kyle is asking me about all these European countries. He should know by now that I'm not the one to ask. If Kyle and I are going to end up on Amazing Race one day, we really need to study our geography because I don't think we stand a chance right now.
I feel like he never fought for me at the end of the day. Like,
Well, I just want him to shut up and kiss me. So I'm a girl and I'm in love. What can I say? I poured my entire heart and soul into this relationship.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a Florida girl through and through, and I love going to the beach.
I'm just hoping taking the prize away from Taylor wasn't a big mistake, but hey, what's a girl supposed to do?
I just like wish I was home with like my one person, you know?
Oh yeah, her one person.
I'm not a handyman. I don't know anything about pins and washers and gears.
I'm very impressed. This is great.
Is this true
Good
that
job.
Kyle wouldn't want to save me? Is our relationship even real in this house? Am I just part of his game? Does he really like see me in a romantic way, or am I just someone to pass the time with and to play the other side of the house? There's so many thoughts going on in my head right now, and I'm just so confused.
Oh yeah. You never became unconfused.
It's like the hottest thing ever when someone takes you off the block. Are you kidding me? I wanted to kiss him right then and there. It's really hard to focus on anything because there's so many crazy things popping up. I'm trying to remember the best I can because when I come down from this trip, I hope it doesn't result in me being evicted on Thursday. Kyle did use a power veto on me. It makes me just over the moon happy.
Okay.
My eye looks green if you look really, really closely. Look at me.
So I want to go to Newark. Isn't that the happiest place on earth?
Where?
Newark?
New Jersey?
Title, Big Brother.
Oh man.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. But Terrence, I have a poem for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. The only one meeting Julie is gonna be you.
That's what I'm saying.
Turner, Terrence, Kyle, and I came up with the After Party Alliance.
Yeah. Okay. Only a couple more.
The past is the past. Now it's time to regroup and charge forward to the end of this game. And then I met Kyle, and he is like the most amazing person ever. And I'm willing to risk it all in this house just to kiss this man. And he is the best kisser ever.
Woo! Florida! So we're keeping them the same way.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
No, wait, what?
No, wait, what? And finally,
We slept on the ground. I woke up. There was ants all over my face. I was pouring in sweat in this hot box with a sleeping bag.
Dude, that tent made it an oven, dude.
Bugs, beetles, like spiders, anything you could imagine. Bologna sandwiches.
It was like 100 some days. We were just dying. So hot.
It was so brutal.
We thought it was a punishment. You guys were like,
anyway,
So you're,
that's
you're
Alyssa.
missing when you're missing talking about her her room with sand and that is too much. Exactly.
It was too long. I was like, we've never done it before. It was an experiment. Yeah, it didn't work. So too many. That took like minutes to go through them all. I had so much Alyssa stuff. I had no idea. Okay, actually, we do have a spoiler, guys, from the jury house. I think we need to.
Can anyone confirm it?
No, it's not confirmed.
It's
not
speculation.
confirmed.
It's from Sports Girls. It's not confirmed.
It's not
Spoiler girl.
corroborated. We will not put out some false information here. Okay, so
We
not
talked about that rumor.
It's a rumor. Are we allowed to talk about rumors?
Sure, we can talk about anything we want to.
Okay. The rumor is that Terrence got kicked out of jury house. Is that right?
Well, apparently there was maybe there's also a rumor that he wasn't kicked out. He's back, but there was some sort of altercation between Terrence and Michael.
My money's on Michael.
Well, yeah, but it would have to be that Michael somehow wasn't like equally as guilty, right? So Terrence would have had to have like swung on him or something, right?
Or yelled at him maybe in some way. Or
yeah.
You want to go? You want to go?
You want to go? Yeah, that'd be a weird fight. Like the really tall, gangly guy, and like who's much younger too. It's just like,
Michael looks like the guy who like fights like in like the old timey style with it's like curved.
Yeah, he probably would, and he'd probably kick your ass because he's got such a reach, right? Too, right? Yeah.
It's time to throw DJ Showtime under the bus, which works on a whole other level because he drives a bus as well. So
doesn't have ice water in his veins anymore, guys. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna get out of here tonight. This was a quick one, but it was kind of a quick episode. We're down to the finals here. We'll be back Sunday. We'll be on at 8:30, right, Jaemeel, on CBS. So
unfortunately, stupid football has to come back and invade, television. Just like start a half an hour early so we could start our show on time. Stupid football.
Yeah, but so I guess we'll be on at 10, I guess, on Sunday then, and then there'll be no Wednesday episode next week because Survivor's back, guys, and so we got to do our Survivor draft and get our Survivor cast preview out there before next Wednesday, or at least on Wednesday, as we head into the episode. And then what else? And then the finale. There's the Thursday episode. There's an eviction, and then the week after that is the finale, right? The 25th.
I thought Sunday is the 25th.
The 25th, yeah. So I guess it's the following Sunday.
Yep.
So there's only 3 episodes left. Four?
Sunday. No, you're right.
Sunday, Thursday, and the following Sunday. So we're almost done. Guess we're in the home stretch.
Yep.
As we wrap up here on this episode 31 of Big Brother 24 here on Super Mario Bros. Podcasting. Also, check out our other channel, Trivial Debates, which is a monthly show. We got one coming up here on Sunday where Davan Skelhorn hosting September 18th. Chris Seymour, Amy Mader, and Matt Tyrell competing in a music-themed episode. It's going to be great. And then on
do you have any sample questions?
I do. They are at my fingertips, just a click away, which makes it very handy when I can talk through that. And so we got what's the best movie role played by a notable musician? It's I don't know. I would say it's.
Has Primus done any movies?
Well,
I mean, you could argue like Johnny Depp because he's a musician.
Madonna in Dick Tracy.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
I used her skill as a musician and also as an actor.
Who is Eamon gonna pick though? He's
Eamon,
probably gonna pick Lady Gaga in A Star Is
Born.
Born.
He might. That's not a bad choice either. Yeah. So I know Seymour's answer, which is interesting. Anyway, so that's coming up. We also have Live Long and Podcast. Our Star Trek theme channel. We got all kinds of things going over on Live Long and Podcast. We just merged, guys, with Locutors of Trek. All of Locutors Trek is coming over to Live Long and Podcast now. We're going to be so much content on Live Long and Podcast, but our staple shows like Monday night Enterprise Rewatch Podcast with Jody Simpson and Davan's there too, and Kevin Millard, myself, and Adam Woodward. And then on Tuesdays we got Jeff Mader. And the crew on Deep Space Nine, as we're into season 6 of our rewatch. Been going through every episode for over 2 years, coming up on 3. We knew it would take 3.5. It's probably going to be about that. Jameel's there. We got the Millards. It's great. Check out Deep Space 99 on Live Long and Podcast every Tuesday. Thursdays, like tonight, we had Star Trek Lower Decks. Guys, I was covering that with Chris Murphy and Davan Skelhorn. It was a really fun episode. It was called Room for Growth, written by John Cochran from Survivor. And
so he made up for the Badgie stuff from last season.
This episode, his episode this season and his episode last season were really good. They made up one of the worst episodes of Lower Decks, I think, which was the Badgie one, and then the reuse of that. So. We got a comment here from Michael Ewing. He says, I think Taylor will pull a Hail Mary after she had a rough beginning, be nominated 3 out of 4 weeks. Yeah, she's had quite a story in this season. I agree. And I think like her being like the eventual winner, I don't think there could be anything more poetic than that for this season, if that turns out to be the result.
Break up Paloma. Paloma's like, I was right. We should have got rid of her at the beginning. It's like,
well, I don't think it makes Paloma right. I
could see her saying that though. That's the thing.
I could see like Nicole and Daniel and others saying that. It almost like would behoove them for Taylor to win at this point, because it would make them look better. Weirdly,
she's walking away with some money. She's either winning the game or she's winning AFP.
Yeah, agreed. And if it's, I don't know. I could see Turner winning as well. He's been, sort of a character on the show. He's got lots of different phrases and different things, so it could be him. I don't think it will be Monty. I don't think
no.
He's got no.
People don't like Monty.
No,
even Monty fans don't like Monty.
I think Brittany has a fan base. I could see it being her too. Okay, guys, did I mention all of our shows? Did I miss anything?
Sam Jerkin, let's talk about fighting games.
Right, Sam Jerkin.
Jerkin, let's talk about fighting games. The Hellbound podcast, Michael Chan and Alex Blackburn on Wednesdays with a horror theme podcast. Not officially a Federation member, but
Radio Theater on Saturday.
We got Radio Theater coming up on Saturday. We're doing The Way to Eden from Star Trek: The Original Series, 1960s episode, which what's also known as the Space Hippies episode. Davan Skelhorn is going to be doing a lot of singing, guys. We got Davan busy here on Live Long and Podcast. We've got Kevin Millard playing Kirk, Chris Murphy doing the first time ever. He's doing Spock. Jane playing McCoy. I'll be a couple characters. Jessica Chan narrating for the first time ever. We got a pre-recorded Jody Simpson as Scotty. It's going to be great. And then that's it. That's all the shows. All right. Thanks for being with us, guys, and thanks for listening to us tonight. Ice water in your veins. I gotta go back to find that from DJ Showtime, wherever he is here.
I got ice in my veins.
Yeah, there he is.
DJ Snowtime is gonna step up.
Michael's out there shoveling some DJ Snow.
Some snow, shoveling the snow time. All right. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time here on Live Long Podcast. Have a good night.
But first, with only 5 people left in the house, a budding showman could have game-altering